Hello and welcome back to the Unnamed podcast. Welcome to today's podcast. I don't really know what to say. Shout out to our Guatemalan listener. Welcome to the podcast. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, well,
Welcome to the podcast. I've said that about 3 times now.
Yeah.
Can I start again? I'm going to start again.
Hello again to Guatemala.
Okay, so welcome to the podcast. We've got some stuff to talk about today. We always say that at the beginning of the podcast because how else do we intro the podcast?
You must have said podcast at least 6 times by now.
Yeah. Write down in the comments how many times we say podcast in this podcast. But yeah, anyway, welcome to the podcast. Why do I can't stop saying it? This is such a weird intro.
Oh, no.
I was about to say, should we do it again? But no, this is amazing.
It's bad. Apparently only 40.5% of YouTube viewers are not subscribed, so go subscribe right now.
If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe.
Press that button. Smash it. Smash
We still haven't overtaken the other Unnamed podcast. And I noticed something the other day. There's a new Unnamed podcast account.
Really? Yeah, I saw that.
It popped up. I'm gonna quickly find the channel.
That is shambles.
They already have, I think, 19 subs.
People are stealing original ideas.
It's really not an original name. I should have brought my iPad, shouldn't I? I don't want the recording to stop. But yeah, and their podcast actually had a lot more views than ours. My old podcast, I think the first podcast is getting close to hitting 200 views. Go watch the first podcast if you want. Yeah, so this one, they've only posted 2 podcasts, and they have 19 subs.
Let me see the...
To be honest, I reckon our logo is superior to both of these. They're both just... Literally, both of these other podcasts are literally just a colour, so it's green and yellow, and then a picture of a microphone and the name of the Unnamed podcast. Ours is like made in Spark Post.
Yeah, as is premium.
Yeah, I was literally on Spark Post the other day and I saw that design for the logo and I was like, no, that's the Unnamed podcast logo. But it's just something like Real Talk or something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, subscribe so we can overtake the other Unnamed podcast. It's kind of funny, they haven't posted a podcast in I think a month or 2. The original Unnamed podcast that we were trying to overtake in subs. So they haven't been gaining subs. So we just need, I think it's 6 more subs.
Come on,
to max them, or 7 more.
I keep shouting it out until we reach that.
Yeah. And by the way, just before we get into this podcast, I want to quickly say, I want to clear up. If I sound a bit weird, which I do probably, it's because I have a cold and a sore throat. No, I don't have COVID. I have none of the COVID symptoms. I was just saying to Tom, I have no COVID symptoms.
No, I lost my lens out of my glasses. I can't see now. Where's it gone? Oh, it's there.
For audio listeners, Tom has just popped one of the lenses out of his glasses when he was trying to get away from me. Yes, that's why I sound a bit weird. I have a cold and a sore throat, so sorry about that. But anyway, also follow us on Instagram at Unnamed Pod if you haven't already. I was saying to Tom before this as well that we almost have more followers than we have subscribers, so that's not good.
No.
Seeing as we post the podcast here, we don't even post on both podcasts there.
I know. Honestly.
So yeah, go follow us out on Unnamed Pod. As we've said in quite a few podcasts before, we're going to be doing Instagram controls our podcast within the next few weeks/episdsode.
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, you always yawn in the podcast. I always look over at you, you're yawning. And a couple more things. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a review. I noticed we have 2 reviews on Apple Podcasts,
really?
but I can't see what they are.
They're
both 5-star reviews.
Silver fan club.
Wouldn't surprise me. We should talk about that. I put that down.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, we have two reviews on Apple Podcasts, but it wouldn't let me see them. It would only let me see the actual
Unless
rating.
They've been deleted.
Maybe. Yeah. So Unnamed Podcast. Scroll down. Where's reviews? I don't even know. How do I use this thing? What is this device called? Okay, here we go. Two ratings, 5 stars. But look, the actual reviews aren't showing up. So
unless they've literally just tapped the stars button.
Maybe they just tapped the stars button. Leave us actual physical reviews. If you write us an actual review, we will read it out in the podcast. What exciting stuff.
I know, so exciting.
Also, another way you can get into the podcast, if you want to ask us a question or say something, you can leave us a voicemail.
Yeah.
Or like a voice message.
Yeah.
Sort of
We're
thing.
not going to give you our phone numbers, but you can go and leave a voicemail after the tone.
And that's at anchor.fm/the Unnamed Podcast.
Yeah.
You can go and leave us a voicemail. Right, okay, let's get into the topics. I think before we actually get into the topics we've written down, we should talk about the Jacob Silver fan club.
Yes, I think we do.
So you want to take this or should I?
I'll let you go ahead on.
Okay. So basically, I made there's a video on my second channel about this. If not about this, but like sort of, it will explain this if you want to go watch that. Sorry, I had to plug my second channel there. I've been streaming on my second channel, by the way. That comes to a later topic. So I was streaming the other day with what was it, Tom? I love how I spoke to you, always asking you if it was Tom. Yes, with this person called Tom.
With me, yeah.
So I was streaming with you, and it was Ethan. And
it's like a whole other
bunch
group,
of people. And some people joined the Discord who go to our old school, and they were saying apparently that they have a Jacob Silver fan club, which is the first I've heard of it. But I think they actually listen to this podcast. I think at least one of them listens to the podcast and commented on it in the past.
I think so.
So if you're watching, hello, Jacob Silver fan club. But they said they made a fan club, and it was the story was, what was it? I can't remember.
Apparently they was drunk and they was watching your videos, and then they ended up like making shirts or something.
Yeah. We get onto the shirt. So they said that they spent one night. They were all up and they were just watching podcasts and my videos, and then they made a fan club. And they also told us they made T-shirts, which were fun. They were pink, weren't they?
Yeah, they were pink, and then on
what
the
did they say on the front?
it
They said Jacob's fan club.
Yeah,
it was
and then
my
on the
YouTube
back,
profile picture.
Yeah,
and on the back it was
Foot and then Tom. I don't get.
Yeah, well,
what
I think
means.
the Foot was because that's Finley's nickname, isn't it? They said that it had their name on it, and then it was a picture of Tom and Tom #Tom out, which
I don't get what that means.
They said something about it on the stream, but I didn't really understand what they meant. It was something to do with. I think they said that you said something controversial in the chocolate bar tier list.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was that they didn't agree with my decisions or something, and so they want you out of the podcast.
All right then. See you later. Bye.
So no, please don't leave. I need you as part of the podcast. I can't do this on my own.
Views.
So yeah, that was a bit. It's not like. Sorry, if I voice break, it's not my fault. I can't help it. My voice isn't working properly today. But yeah, so if you wanna see, I would say I'll put it in the podcast, but I'm not going to. Go to my video if you want to see a picture of the T-shirt. Get more people to go watch the More Silver video. So yeah, that was strange.
Yeah, it was that was some fun games of Among Us.
Well, we're talking about that Among Us. So I've been streaming it, and so you streamed it the other day.
Yeah,
as well,
I streamed it the other day. No, not yesterday, like the last.
So we spoke about it in the last episode. So much has changed in 2 weeks. Last episode, I downloaded it the day before, and Tom had said he downloaded it, and I'd literally just got it. And now I posted multiple videos about it and streamed it. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. Have you been enjoying playing Among Us?
Yeah.
Talking to Among Us,
it's such a simple and easy game.
Yeah, it's not like the sort of. It's very.
You don't have to
different.
try.
Yeah, it's a lot less sort of skill because there is sort of the skill part of it in a way is when people are like 900 IQ plays. But apart from that, like it's really the skill of it. There isn't any. It's
Unless
sort of
you really are.
Yeah, like I said, but it's not like a game where to win it you have to be really skilled at it.
No.
It's not like a sort of a battle royale game like
I'm not a gamer.
Apex Legends or Fortnite.
Even I can win Among Us. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, and it's a lot more chilled than sort of a sort of battle royale or a first person shooter or whatever, because it's just the games are a lot shorter than those sorts of games and stuff. Yeah. Like it's something you can just play in your free time and you have to worry about it. Also, sorry, just before we continue, by the way, if you hear some rain noises, it's because obviously we recorded in my conservatory, so it's raining right now, which is why it's rain noises. That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Among Us, what did you say? Did you say there was new updates coming?
There was. I saw somewhere. I can't remember where, but I remember saying that there was going to be new features added to it. But I don't know what they are, and I don't know when it's coming.
Right.
But I just so it could be a rumor. It could be completely false. But I don't know. Guess just keep a watch out just in case.
Yeah.
Or maybe search it up.
I'm gonna Google it. Because one thing I did see when I first actually downloaded Among Us, I think it said something about once the game becomes dead, they're going to make it free to play. That's all I've heard about Among Us. But yeah, to be fair, did you know actually there is multiple maps on Among Us?
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, everyone just really plays the default one.
Yeah.
Because it's the most simple, whatever.
I played the biggest the third one they have, but
right. I can't remember which ones I played, but I played.
It was fun, but I just didn't like it. Yeah,
it's because everyone's so used to the first one and everything, and I think though we should play some of the other maps tonight. I say that because basically we're gonna play some Among Us tonight, and I'm gonna stream it. So that's why I'm saying that. What was I doing? I was searching for Among Us. Among Us. Updates. Big PC and mobile updates planned as fans await on console news. Among Us might turn ghosts into guardian angels in future updates. Oh.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about my voice breaks, by the way. Let's read this news article. The Express. The Among Us development team are working on some big updates for the popular game that will be available as a free download. While gamers on PS4 will probably be waiting a long time to play Among Us. Yeah, because I don't think Among Us isn't on console, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's only on phone and PC.
Yeah, mobile and PC. Well, yeah, as well, because I think it literally is. I think it's. I'm not sure if you can get it on Mac. Because I know you can get it. So it's definitely you can get it PC, and then Android, iPhone, iPad, probably Android tablet or whatever. Josh Hall said that he couldn't get it on his Google laptop or whatever that was, Chromebook. So hopefully they sort of branch it out and make it.
Because if you have Steam, you should just be able to get it.
No, but that's the thing. He said he couldn't get Steam on the Google laptop.
That's weird.
But yeah. So Among Us. Do you reckon it's going to be like it's going to be like Fall Guys, where it's just going to be a short sort of thing? Fall Guys only lasted a few weeks and then it became non-popular. Or do you reckon it will be around a while?
It's lasted slightly longer than Fall Guys, but I think at some point, like once all the YouTubers are kind of done with it, then it's going to just die off, isn't it? And it's only really become popular because of YouTube.
Yeah. Right, okay. I have got something here. So basically, just before the podcast, we posted an Instagram post because Tom took a picture of me setting up the light behind the camera, and we posted an Instagram post, and then I put it on on our story and asked for questions, and we have actually received some questions.
That's surprising, actually.
We've received 4 questions from 3 different people.
Lovely.
Here
we go.
Oh, okay. So first question comes from Lois Bailey. She asked, favourite podcast so far that you have made? P.S. opinions. Okay, we'll come to that afterwards. So she basically put 2 questions in one. So favourite podcast so far?
What episode? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd probably say the KFC episode. Maybe.
I'm gonna say I 100% agree with you.
That was a good episode.
To be fair, from my birthday episode, that was my favourite episode, and then we did the GCSE one, which I didn't really think was as good.
No, it was kind of.
And then we did was the KFC one right after that?
That was the KFC one was after, yeah.
Yeah, so it was GCSE and then KFC.
Yeah.
So then KFC, and then I really liked that one, and then the Marmite one last time I quite enjoyed. So yeah, I'd agree with you. The KFC one. Yeah. We should do more eating podcasts. Yeah. So she said, P.S. Opinions on Among Us, and should I get it? Yeah. We've just been talking about Among Us.
It's completely up to you. It's just a simple game. It's good for time killing if you've got lots of spare time on your hands.
I'd say opinions on Among Us. Good game.
Yeah.
Not hard to play. if it's something you think you
It's
enjoy.
better if you have mates to play it with. If you
Yeah,
have like a group of mates on the group.
If you're
cool.
just paying public servers, it's
a
not
bit-
as good as if you play it with your friends on a call, which is why
you
I'm
seem to get more of a comical kind of side of it.
it's a lot better to play it when you can instead of having to type it everything in chat. It's a lot
you
easier,
get to
obviously,
speak,
just
yeah.
talking it. So that's why for today's stream I've tried to get as many people as I can. I think I've only actually ended up getting 4 other people, but I might see if I can get some other people to play,
Yeah.
like maybe Ethan or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I've got so it's me, you. I asked Nick, Josh, and then Finn, and they've all said yes.
I might try and get some of the lads that I
To be fair, if we
film
can
paintball with.
get, I'd say at least really 7 people on a Discord call
Yeah.
doing it, then we're sorted. So we really just need 2 more people. If we can get maybe
That-
Ethan, and then
yeah.
who was the other person? Because we had someone last time. What was their name? I can't remember what their name was.
Oh,
but
I don't know.
we voted them out, and it wasn't them. And they joined. It was because they were in the Discord call. We didn't realise it was them. But never mind.
Oh, wasn't it? Isn't it that one that's got the channel called Hey It's Typo?
No, it wasn't him.
Oh.
It wasn't him.
No, I don't know him. I
No.
don't know.
Well, but still, yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, if you think you'd enjoy it, it's sort of like a mafia sort of, the way I describe it is a mafia game in a way. It's mafia of sorts.
What Among Us?
Among Us
Yeah,
is
Among Us.
kind of like a mafia.
Among Us.
It's like a sort
Yeah.
of a murder mystery sort of thing.
It's a murder mystery thing. It's like who's the it's like the
Who's-
game. It's like
Like
this-
the game Mafia.
Come
Come on, you've got to say it, Tom.
It's like the game that we play in paintball, where everyone picks their card and they're either innocent or they're imposters /
That's called Mafia.
terrorists.
That's called Mafia.
And it's called Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Well, yeah, but that's your paintball version.
Yeah.
It literally is basically Mafia, technically, at the end of the day.
to
So we've been waffling about this.
little kids, it's going to be something like Wink Murder with 2 people.
So yeah, well, if you want to get it, go for it. It's a fun game. I'd say try it out on mobile first.
Don't go out and buy it.
Unless you're 100% sure you want it and your computer can run it, then I'd say try it on mobile first. If you enjoy it, then get it on PC. That's what I did.
I
It's
just
only
wanted a
$3.99.
bigger screen, so-
It's only $3.99 on Steam at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you could just buy it outright if you don't enjoy it or whatever. But I downloaded it on my iPad, tried it, and then bought it on Steam because I enjoyed it. So I hope that answers your question. Next one was also from Lois. She asked, opinions on Brexit. I don't have an opinion on Brexit.
I really can't be asked to talk about
Yeah,
it.
no. Well, if I'm being honest, I do have some sort of opinion on Brexit, but I don't really want to be.
Yeah,
I don't want the
I'm not
controversy.
I can't be asked for the controversy of this, and I don't want to just voice an opinion to get any hate or anything.
Yeah. So that's
Not
our
that
opinion on Brexit.
it may have any hate, but I'm just saying that just for any sort of protection.
To be fair, in my opinion, Brexit. At the end of the day, Brexit is over. Well, it's
Yeah.
not over, but it's in like it's kind of over.
it is pretty much over.
Like I said, it's all being dealt with or whatever. So I have to say, like, I don't. Really, my opinion doesn't matter now.
No, it's quite irrelevant.
Okay, next one. Temptada asks,
Oh,
my question is, do you have any questions for me?
what?
Nick wants to know if we have any questions for him.
What's it like making your own music?
Yeah. I want to know, how do you make your music, Nick? Let us know.
There you go, 2 questions. Boom, done. Next question.
Okay, next one. Gabe Russell asks, what inspired you to do YouTube? Oh, the amount of times I've answered this question. Every Q&A I've been asked this question. It's the go-to for a YouTuber.
Just roll back the old clips of us saying while we did it.
You want to go first, or...?
I thought we was just gonna continue and just roll back the old.
But you need to answer it. You haven't answered it, have you?
Well, no, I don't know why. I just thought, let's do it because everyone else is doing it.
And instead of rolling back the old clips, I'm gonna explain it again because I don't want to play. Because I think the last time I answered it was probably like a few years ago, or maybe last year or something. I started YouTube because I felt like it. No, because my sister was starting a channel, and I was like, that's so unfair that my parents let her start a channel and I'm not allowed. So I was like, please let me, and then I was like, sure. So
And
that's
to be fair, it wasn't entirely just because everyone else was doing it. It's like because I was doing paintball and I really liked it, and I thought, you know, oh, let's do it because I've seen these guys do it and it looked pretty decent. So, and then eventually I managed to get a decent camera to film with, so it just looks even better now.
yeah, because you started off with your, was it £50
£50 action camera that was a load of rubbish, and now I'm on the GoPro Hero 7 Black, and weirdly after all this time we're now on the GoPro Hero 9 out now instead. So I would like to have a Hero 9, but the problem is it's just money.
Yeah, it is fairly expensive. I would love a Hero 9 as well. Because you tagged me in the
that
GoPro thing.
£1
They do that every year. It's and where they give away, what was it, $1 million, $1 million, and it's split between people. You've got basically, you buy a GoPro, the latest GoPro, film a bunch of stuff with it, and then send off your footage, and then they create like a montage of sort of an advert, and they give money. They split the $1 million between everyone. And the only problem I find with that is, if I'm going to buy a new GoPro, I usually don't buy it straight away. Like as soon as it comes out,
Yeah.
I'll usually buy it a while after, once it's gone down in price.
And then by then the competition will be fully over.
Yeah, though the one thing I did find interesting about the new GoPro, so basically there's this other brand called DJI, who make actually, was it DJI who made the
drones?
Yeah, they make drones, but I think they
Mavic.
made a little mini action camera as well. And with the new GoPro, the Hero 9, they've got the little front screen that you can actually use like as a selfie screen.
Yeah.
Which actually is funny because DJI put that on their GoPro a while back. So it's sort of, in a way, that GoPro used to be the number one, but now it's almost like they're sort of catching up with the competitors. In the same way of on iOS, on iPhones, we only just got widgets like on your screen, whereas apparently Android have had that for a long time.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that is the thing now. The big sort of companies that used to sort of be the sort of leaders in those sorts of things, like iPhone with phones, and then GoPro with action cameras, and now sort of other companies are like, oh well, we can do this, and so they're sort of trailing back a little bit. That they're a little bit behind these companies, because these companies haven't got to start with GoPro, with stuff like GoPro and iPhone. They started from the beginning and then built up, and they've changed it over time. Whereas with these new companies, they can swoop in, and iPhone's already done all the work for them, so then they can just start adding the stuff on.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty much how rivalry works.
Yeah. So
yeah.
How did we transfer from YouTube to that? Or I don't really
That's
know.
how talking about random stuff works, mate.
Right. So yeah, as I already plugged in the podcast, if you want us to answer your questions, go to our Instagram, and you might be you can ask us questions or whatever. Right. Okay. Next up, David Attenborough joins Instagram.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really know about this till you told me before.
So yes, we were just about to film this, and I said, "Oh, Tom, did you see this? That David Attenborough joined Instagram?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh," and he told me it's because you live under a rock, don't you?
Yeah, I pretty much do, because I seem to not know about most of the stuff that happens on the topics list.
So David Attenborough joined Instagram. He joined it. Actually, let me go back to his first post, and that will tell me. David Attenborough joined on 24th of September, and he, as far as I think, he was the fastest person to reach 1 million followers, because everyone loves David Attenborough.
Yeah.
And so he's currently on 5.6 million followers. He's following 0, and he's been posting videos. And the reason he posted his first video, which was him explaining why he got Instagram and stuff. And he said he's joined Instagram because he's trying. He wants to be able to speak to younger people on a platform that they're obviously already on, about the world and like climate change and how people are ruining the world, which I think is quite good because he I don't know where I was going with that, but he joined Instagram. That's about it.
That's it.
But
On that topics list, it says KSI new song coming soon with Craig David. I don't
honestly, let's be
Yeah.
honest. At this point, this is Jacob not having any ideas to topics we can talk about. So we've got a couple of topics that literally is just us stating
The
facts.
first half of that is quite good, and then the last half of it is like, oh, whatever.
Well, yeah, no, because so KSI teased on his story the other day, like on Twitter and stuff. He teased saying, "Got a new song coming out soon with an artist who's got over 10 UK top tens." And people were like, "Oh, who is it?" And then Craig David posted to Instagram saying, "Oh, on set filming a new music video," and people put the two bits together. And so he released, I think today or yesterday or today, saying that it's with Craig David. What do you think they're going to milk this one as much as they milked the lighter? I realised actually as well.
They heavily milked
They
Lighter.
milked it more than I realised with lighter. With lighter, I thought that they released 3 versions. Turned out they've released 4 versions of lighter.
What?
So there's obviously lighter the original,
Yeah.
lighter acoustic version, which I quite like actually. It sounded quite good. I liked it. I liked KSI's verse on lighter acoustic more than the original. Then they released lighter the remix.
Oh, yeah, but hang on, Lighter almost sounds like a remix anyway.
So they released lighter remix, which was the SX remix. SX was the person who was on. Have you heard? What was it? What's it called? Down Like That.
Oh yeah.
The song that KSI walks out to. I was about to say his wedding, his boxing fight. Which. So that's the SX remix, and then there was another version I saw, which was here we go, another person's remix, a PS1 remix.
What?
So so they got 4 versions out of this, and you can see the difference between them. So they've got purple, red, yellow,
Wait,
and
why is there's 2 for each one of them?
Oh, because it's the album. It's the album that's only got 1 song on it, and the other one is just the actual song.
They could pretty much have an album of 1 song.
But yeah, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna milk it?
Maybe. It just depends how well the first one goes, I think.
Because I think that song did really it did pretty well. So they started milking it. They were like, we can make some money off of this.
If they're certain that the song's gonna, if their song's going well so far, they will milk it. But the problem is, I think, if they know it doesn't reach a certain margin, they're not gonna bother as much. I don't think.
Well, yeah. I think it was because people were enjoying it, and then they were like, okay, let's do this acoustic version, because people might like that. And then they're like, oh, well, what else can we do? Get 2 people to remix it and do their own remixes. And at the end of the day, it's just more money for them.
Yeah.
If people are going to listen to it, so they may as well make it.
They get views, watchers, listeners, all sorts, then that's just money.
Yeah.
Well, they are going to do anything for money, as long as it works.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, okay, so that's coming soon. Maybe we can listen to that next episode and see if it's any good. Because I'm not sure when it's coming out, but who cares? All right, so Logan Paul. We've talked about KSI.
Yeah.
Let's talk about his arch nemesis. Is that the right word?
I would
His
say
enemy.
maybe his yin to his yang. I don't know.
His enemy, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So Logan Paul, I found out. So Logan released a video the other day, which was him showing that he had started collecting Pokemon cards, and basically it was that he had started collecting Pokemon cards and he'd got sort of addicted to collecting Pokemon cards.
That's actually surprising.
Not addicted, but like he really liked it, and so he kept doing it, and he was buying these really rare cards, and then he bought a 200 grand box of Pokemon cards. I think it's like a box with packs inside, which is crazy, 200 grand. Which he said he's going to open live on his YouTube channel, and then sell them
Imagine if
on.
he gets addicted to buying Pokemon cards, like fully addicted, like.
Well, let's be honest. This is Logan Paul we're talking about. He can afford it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people like Logan Paul and KSI, well, specifically, if we use them as examples, they have a lot of money. Because with Logan Paul, he has so many with big YouTubers like them. They have so many forms of revenue coming in.
Yeah.
So with KSI, he's got money from Sidemen Clothing. I'm not sure actually what happens with Sidemen Clothing money. We just lost the camera. Give us a clap. So, yeah, KSI has Sidemen Clothing money, he has Sidemen money, he has boxing money. Apparently the boxing, that they get paid a lot for that. Like millions upon millions for a fight. Which I find is crazy. How much would you have to be paid to get in the ring with KSI? How much would they have to pay you?
Too much.
How much?
Because I know I'll get my face smashed in.
Yeah, exactly.
What? At least 10 mil.
Oh yeah.
At least.
I'd agree with that.
I'd want to make sure my face got rebuilt properly.
Make sure you have enough money to get all the plastic surgery.
Yeah. Make sure I've got enough money for private healthcare.
But yeah, so with that, he obviously, as we were saying, he has a lot of money because he's got his clothing line, Maverick, or whatever. He's got YouTube. He's got he released a while back his Maverick Club, which
what's Maverick Club?
Basically, what it was is he. I think it was the Maverick Club. Sorry, this is about the 57th voice break of this episode. We should just title this episode, Jacob has 57 voice breaks. Comment down in the comment section how many times my voice is broken. So people will comment voice breaks and also what was the other thing we asked? Podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast. See, there's, what was that, 3 or 4? 3 podcasts. That's 5.
Podcast.
I would be surprised if anyone actually bothered with that. No one's going to do it. If you
Yeah.
do it, we will... I don't know.
Shout you out.
Yeah, we'll shout you out. We'll drop you a follow on Instagram from
We'll
the podcast
literally
account.
put your name all over our social media for
Yeah,
24 hours.
We'll change our names. We'll
Not
legally
legally.
change our names. Oh, you talking about that makes me think of something. So basically, have you ever heard of the YouTubers Zach and Jay? Okay, so basically, they're these two UK YouTubers. They have a YouTube channel called The Zach and Jay Show, and they legally, one of them legally changed their name to. Have you heard of Elon Musk's son's name?
No. No. Sorry, I have. I can't remember it though.
No, yeah. No, but did you hear about that? About Elon Musk naming his son a crazy name?
Yeah. I heard
Where it
about
was
that.
like some symbols or something or whatever. Basically, one of them changed their name to that, so that they could write their own book. As they changed their name to literally it was whatever the first name was, Musk. And they changed their surname to Musk as well. And then they wrote a book about it, which they then put on Amazon, so that they could say that this book was written by him, so that they could be the. So there's now only 2 people with that name in the world, according to them at least. Actually, I'm gonna quickly see if I can find their book. But yeah, so I thought that was quite funny because it was just a bit extreme that they changed their name, and it was legally as well.
Wow.
It was
A comedian. This reminds me of something. A comedian called Joe Lycett a few years ago. He changed his name to Hugo Boss to annoy.
Oh,
Hugo
yeah.
Boss. That's quite funny.
wasn't it? Yeah, because it was for his show, wasn't
Yes,
it?
because they wouldn't allow Hugo Boss wouldn't allow the use of like the word boss or Hugo in companies' names.
Because didn't they sue a company?
Yeah, they
was it?
sued like a cider company or something, and it was for a very pointless reason. It's only because they had I think it was boss in the name.
Yeah.
And that was it, and it was ridiculous. So, yeah. So Joe Lycett renamed himself to Hugo.
Yeah, because that was for his TV show, wasn't
was
it? What's it called?
Yeah. What's it called?
But it was the one where he helps out people.
Yeah. Joe Lycett's got your back.
Yeah. I used to watch loads of clips from that on YouTube.
Yeah. So did I.
It's entertaining. So, yeah, okay, we've got another topic. I think this is going to be a little bit of shorter episodes and not as good an episode as the last one, but we don't have as much to talk about this week. Okay, last one. Tom reminded me about this before the podcast. This is a topic that Tom does already know about.
Yeah, briefly.
David Dobrik Perfume.
Yeah.
So...
Very interesting. So basically, David Dobrik came out with this trailer on his channel for his
second channel.
His second channel for his like perfume that he's released, and basically in this advert, it's very convincing that it looks like this girl that he's messing about with, that it looks like they're going out basically, and everyone's saying they are, and they don't know whether it's true or not.
Yeah, well, I think I've heard somewhere that it's not, that David's saying it's not true, they're just friends or whatever. And it's like, people were so, well, I was surprised as well, when we see this video and there's just this random girl that no one's ever heard of, like no one ever knows, and she's just like, with David Dobrik.
The irony is, I was watching, because it came up on Drama Alert, I just watched it just because to see what he was saying, Keemstar, and basically he was saying that they are going up.
Right.
But from his
let's be honest, is Keemstar 100% accurate?
No, not really.
Does Keemstar have a clue what he's talking about?
Not always. Probably, to be honest with you, everyone had twists the story.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't really like Keemstar.
He's alright, but
the thing is, I find Keemstar always takes a certain side, whether that be...
He does.
He always takes, like, if there's a piece of drama, he'll always take one person's side, and I find that sometimes, I used to watch his drama a lot, but I haven't watched it in a long time, just because I found that it was, some things were just very biased from one side, that he would, like, if there was beef, I think it was a while back, there was a beef between KSI and Rice Gum or something, and I think he got an interview from Rice Gum, but it was only telling one side of the story, it wasn't telling KSI's side, and I just went like, I don't know, I just don't really like him. To be fair, it doesn't really matter, he's not going to care that I don't like him. But, yeah, so with the David's Perfume, no one really expected it. I didn't expect it. I was listening to a podcast about it, and they were saying that it's like, this is a very sort of, well, I don't know, why would you release a perfume?
I don't know.
Because it's like, is it just another stream
need?
of revenue?
Probably, but
at the end of the day,
is there any need for it?
Yeah.
Like, would you genuinely go and buy it? Like,
me personally, no.
Neither would I.
Because I just have no use for it. Like, I don't want it. And it's probably very overpriced.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the price,
like,
but
what,
yeah.
$50 to $100.
Well, it's the same as his merch, but the people who really want it will buy it.
Well,
actually, I think I saw a screenshot of someone from the UK buying it, and the total came to almost £100 or something like that.
Wow.
Just because of postage and stuff.
And customs and...
Yeah, exactly.
That is... No, I still wouldn't pay for that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. David
Do
Dobrik.
they charge you... You know, for like Sidemen merch, do they charge you like extortionate amounts of money, or is it not as bad?
So with merch, I've looked into different merches before, and because I would love to buy some YouTuber merch, but a lot of it is very expensive. I find the Sidemen merch isn't actually that expensive. It's still expensive. Obviously, all YouTube merch is expensive, but yeah. Sidemen merch, I think I want to buy some at some point. I think it's maybe about £30 a hoodie, or something like that.
I mean, if you think about it, it's like designer prices.
Yeah, to some extent.
To some extent, it is designer prices, but I mean, it's whether you really want it or not. You're never gonna need like YouTuber merch. It's always going to be a want, because personally, I've never known someone that's needed it, because if you need clothes, you're going to go to a clothes store. You're not going to go online to YouTube to go onto their channel's website to buy clothes off them. You're not going to do that because you need to. You're going to do that because you want to, and it will always be a want.
Wow. Okay. Hazard your guess at how much you think a bottle of... Don't take into account what I've said, but just how much you think each bottle of perfume is.
What, David Dobrik's?
Yeah, David Dobrik's perfume.
What, $90?
No, because it's $60 a bottle.
That's still expensive. Yeah.
So $60 for each of these. He sells two.
Wait, is this on his website?
This is davidperfume.com. It's a new website. And so $60 a thing. But to be fair, if you think about it, a lot of perfume, like luxury perfume, is expensive. So in a way, it's sort of like you're buying a luxury brand.
But is it luxury? Is it?
That's what I want to know. and I'm not going to buy it. Obviously,
Because
to
the
find
thing
it
is,
out,
I wouldn't, because then, waste the money.
so he's got two scents: amber and cashmere, and grapefruit and sandalwood. So they're $60 each. As I said, I think it was about the person put a screenshot online, and it was like £90 or something. But that's after, obviously, they're shipping it from the US and then customs and all that. I just think it's too expensive. It's like with merch, with David Dobrik's merch, it's so expensive that I think it was £50 a hoodie or $50 a hoodie, which I would love to buy, but I just can't afford that sort of stuff. But there is some people who will, some true fans who will, and obviously with David Dobrik, he's a very big creator.
Yeah, especially out in the States.
Yeah, because actually, since he stopped posting vlogs, he's still been gaining subs, obviously, but he's been posting on TikTok a lot, and he actually now has more followers on TikTok than he has subscribers.
Oh wow!
Because I think he has 18 million subscribers, and then I think it's like 22 million TikTok followers, which just shows, obviously, that's massive, and so many of his videos get a lot of views on both TikTok and YouTube. So with him, he can do this, he can set it at a price, and he will make a lot of money from it. Because if you think about it, literally, say, I don't know, 100 people buy it, that's $6,000. Is that good maths?
I think
so. It's 10 people buy it, 600. So yeah, $6,000. 100 people buy it. That's 100 people out of the 30 million, 40 million rather.
Yeah, so
that's just from TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Like he sells 100 bottles and he makes $6,000. And this is how, like, do you reckon more sort of YouTubers are gonna make their own sort of products?
I think they will. It's just, I think it's a matter of time and seeing how everything goes. I don't think there's a real prediction. I think it's going to be more of a trend. Like, everyone's going to jump on it.
Because I think a lot of YouTubers do want to sort of branch out, and so they can make more of a sort of a good passive income from something other than YouTube. They're trying to in the same way that a lot of TikTokers have branched onto YouTube.
Yeah.
Doing YouTube. People like Charlie D'Amelio or whatever post to YouTube regularly now because they get millions of views there, and they make probably a lot of money. But yeah, right. I think we've spoken enough.
Yeah,
I think we've spoken for probably about 45 minutes. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, watching. Sorry this episode wasn't the best.
Good. No,
but
there will be some good ones coming soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we have particularly 2 episodes planned, which I'm actually looking forward to. I was going to say I'll keep it a secret, but I'm pretty sure I've already spoken about them in the last episode, which we're going to be doing at some point. Basically, we're waiting for our friend Finn, whose music name is Sunny, to release his EP he's been working on, and then we're going to do an episode, maybe live, where we listen to that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be doing another episode afterwards, which will be Instagram Controls Our Podcast. So, yeah, we've got some good episodes coming up. If you have any episode ideas, let us know down below, or DM us on Instagram or whatever, and we will read them.
Yeah, and we will sort out.
Yeah, if you have it, because obviously we've done quite a few interesting sort of podcast sort of ideas, in that we've done like mukbang, and we've done talking about our GCSE results, so yeah, that's all.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.